And we're live! Hello! Welcome! And of course, Kango Fango is hosting me. Thank you very much. I hope you're a gracious host. Anyway, yes, today, firstly, more Train Simulator. So, the reason why it took another minute to get started is, well, one, I was watching Slovak Eagle's stream just before this, where he was driving on one of my sessions. Didn't get to quite finish it, so he might drop in a bit later. But then I had to start Parallels and start Train Simulator and load the session. That took a little while. Anyway, yes, hello, welcome. Very gracious, yes, of course, no problem. So, to those of you who are very astute and knowledgeable in train songs from documentaries, you may already know what we're going to be driving today. So, if you'd like to take a guess. Or not. Right. Right, so that's okay. Okay, so, I'm just gonna show you. Right? Guess, here we go. Steamer? Nope. There we go. This one. I'm not sure whether yes, GG1, that's correct. I'm not sure whether we'll be able to, actually, to finish this scenario, because, it's, might be a bit long. Oh, that's quite a long. Oh yeah, the horn with this one is quite long. Yeah, so this is an American-built and designed electric express engine. It ran on the Northeast Corridor, for example, or maybe only, I'm not sure. It definitely ran on the Northeast Corridor, which this map. And this is a scenario where we're going to take one of the last runs at GG1. It's maybe not the last one, but one of the last ones, because the toasters have already arrived and are taking over the express business. So this is the cab. You can see we've got in-cab signaling over here, speedometer, and generally very cramped controls, but it's nice. You can see how cramped it is by it being cut off on the side. Right, so we need to couple up to those wagons back there, which means I need to stop up there, then switch this lever, then reverse back. These have an interesting wheel arrangement, if you can see that. 2 front wheels, then yeah, so it's basically 4, 6, 6, 4. Right, let's apply the brakes. Oh, right, and these, it has... Oh, right, it has manually lap brakes, that's interesting. Right, now let's change the lever. This one, we set to diverging. This one is already set correctly, so now let's reverse onto our train. And I'm actually going to drive it like this. Actually, maybe not. I'm debating. It's just to see the brake pressure, because it is a manually lapped locomotive, I believe. So this down here is... Alright, this is the brake pressure. Just down there. Which is a bit difficult to see from here. Oh, did not mean to do that. I need to go in the opposite direction. Sorry. Much better. Yeah, I called it. I called it to bits, I did. The horn is long, just like the locomotive. Yes. I heard these also ran on the Coleman Mountains Railroad. Yeah, I heard something about that too. Although, I think the pantographs didn't fit properly, but they seem to work. Some people toasters toasters are taking over the corridor? Yeah. If the white notation can also be applied to electrics, sure, 4664. Yeah. Actually, the GG1 actually refers to the wheel arrangement. So a G type is one that has 2 in the front, then 6, obviously it's a 4-6, and then because it's mirrored on the other side, it's another G. So it's GG, and it's the first one that was the first class with this wheel arrangement, I believe, which is why it's 1. So GG1 refers to the wheel arrangement, actually. Now, this is going to be interesting with the brakes, because I'm not certain... Does this... Oh, it does. Right, so we've got minimal reduction like that. Right, so minimal reduction Minimal reduction does apply the brakes a little bit, but then to get more, I need to... apply them like manually left brakes. Now that you've hooked up, move the train out of the yard. Head down to the yard beyond the switches, to just beyond that pile of barrels by the trackside. Although you will need to press tab to pass through the signals. Interesting. So is it already coupled? I believe it is. So let's do that. Old 4824, she glistens in the sun. Old Big Green, speeding up and down the line. Lean, old Big Green. Lean, yes. Right, so where is that pile of barrels that was mentioned? Actually, am I supposed to go this way? I think I am. Hold on. Where am I supposed to go? Or am I supposed to... Oh no, I'm supposed to reverse, I think. Yes. I think so. Not very clear. Also 4824, not 48... sorry, also 4842, not 4824, yes. Is there a pile of... barrels back here? Ah, yes, here they are. Did it say I should reverse? Better to reverse than to reverse. Yes, indeed. Yeah, we are definitely not going to be able to finish this session. However, it's going to be fun to play it as far as we can. Now, tab. Or is it control tab? Shift tab? No, not shift tab. Definitely not shift tab. Also, let's quickly save. Alright, yeah, that's right. We do have another GG1 on this side. Interesting. Also, look at how green these wires look. Even in the shade. That's very interesting, isn't it? If we go into the sun... Look at that! Look at how green they are. Interesting. Cyan wires! Yes. Also reminds me of the CMR. Me too. Wonder what that's about. Now this is a standard scenario, not a career. So, we don't have points. So if we do end up speeding, we're not going to lose points for it. That's a bit close, that signal. Oh, that's a nice bridge. My guess is that they didn't really intend for players to... wait, what? No. Okay, something's not loaded in properly. The entire roof is missing. Tell you what, I'm quickly going to quick save, because this might indicate a crash that will happen. Can't quite recall why. Huh. Hello, train repairman 66. Hello, train repairman 66. Welcome. Driving a nice GG1 today. Well, actually, technically 2, because there's one on the back here as well. Roof is missing? Don't you mean ceiling? Yeah, maybe I do. Although no, it's not that the building is missing, because the building is here. It's literally just that the underside is missing. Right now, I'm fairly certain that it should be okay if I stopped right around here. Because, yeah, there aren't any more... there aren't any more junctions back there. Right. But Shadows, maybe the normals are inverted? Maybe. I don't know. Could be. By the way, this is a Pennsylvania Railroad locomotive, you can tell. Right, now that you've stopped, you will need to change to the front engine to drive the train to 30th station. Wait. Where am I supposed to go? Oh, right! I was supposed to change into the other locomotive. I wasn't supposed to reverse out, I was supposed to drive out forwards. That makes sense. Oh, the pantograph switched. After about 8 seconds delay for me. Interesting. 30th Street Station. Yes. Well, this is a great start. We're already a little bit late. Okay, now this is probably a good test to see how good the brakes are. Let's just apply them a bit more. Let's hold them there. Maybe just a bit more. This should be fine. There we go, doors are open. Oh, well, this is a very nice interior. Although there are no interior cameras. Look, he's wading in the concrete. Oh yes, they do tend to do that. It's quite fun, I hear. Although maybe he didn't hear that it was wet concrete because he's got his headphones on. Interesting. Your first call of the journey is complete. But before you proceed, there is still another locomotive on the rear. Detach this locomotive. With pleasure. Actually, I'm going to go to the front so I'm not accidentally left on that locomotive. So, this one? Yes. With the rear locomotive detached, request permission to proceed from the dispatcher. Tab key. You may also need to request permission to proceed for further signals up to North Philadelphia. Your stopping pattern is North Philadelphia, Trenton, Princeton, Newark, and finally New York. Good. So, release brakes. There we go. Gonna be a bit hard to do the correct horn patterns for crossings. I saw you look away then. A mighty horn for a mighty locomotive, yes. Hi, hello, Slovak Eagle. We're driving the GG1, the Pennsylvania Railroad GG1 Express locomotive. Good locomotive, but the quality could be a bit better. For example, the horn is fixed length. Even if I press it a little bit, see, it just keeps going for ages. Yeah. But other than that, it's a nice locomotive. Hello, Mighty. I noticed her. Yes. Okay, we've got an advanced approach, if I'm correct. Nice. Should you can't have a longer horn? I think you can. Yeah, you definitely can. I think you can. You just can't have a short one. Ah, nice. Yeah. Now we probably won't be able to finish the scenario, as I said previously, because it takes longer than an hour, according to the info page. Actually, what is that signal showing that's coming up? By the way, that's a toaster right there. Right, we've got an approach, which means the one after this one is supposed to be red. I think you can. Horn continues for 30 more minutes. Yeah, you definitely can. Toaster! Yes! Although I'm not sure that the Amtrak livery would really fit with the GG1s still running, because... Yeah, but maybe it does. I don't know. It just seems like Penn Central would be in the way, because these were... no, Conrail. I mean, Conrail had some GG1s. I'm not sure if the timeline lines up perfectly. Who's ever heard of a toaster on wheels? I did. By the way, did you finish the session, Slovak Eagle? Did you manage to finish it? Right, so is the next signal red? Wait, where is it? Oh, it has to be just around the corner there. By the way, this is the Northeast Corridor. The original one. The old one. And... oh, it's an approach. Interesting. No, it's a red. Oh, approved. Request to pass signal at danger approved. Oh, that's good then. Not sure that I'm supposed to, but sure. Penn Central, PRR, and Conrail had GG1s. Yes, that's good then. Yes, I did. Nice. Legacy, Northeast Corridor, yes. And that is limited clear, I believe? Which means the speed should go to 45, if I'm correct, over here. This is a nice view, though. Quickly save. Nice! I agree. Let's see what the in-cab signaling tells us. Yes. Yes, 45, I was correct. So we are currently operating under, I think this is limited clear. Which means I can actually accelerate a bit. Interesting, the throttle doesn't make any sound when I put it down, but that's probably realistic, right? Oh, that must have been a GG1 passing us. And speed limit's gone up to 90, that's good. We've got blinking clear. Not sure what that's about. I was thinking maybe an approach, but no, that's a solid yellow we just saw. Maybe it means we're approaching a limited... I need to check what the next signal is. That is not our signal. Alright, we're stopping at North Philadelphia. Oh, red? That's interesting. Is it supposed to be red? I can't request the thing. Actually no, we've got the other one right, because it's a curve, it's not actually red. And it's gone down to 60, that was probably what the other one was warning me about. I'm not completely familiar with the PRR precision light signal aspects. Somewhat familiar with them, not completely familiar with them, so yeah. Also, I hope I'll stop in time. Probably won't. Let's see if this can do the same trick with going into reverse. Answer is it can, but it's not great. Yeah, I really have no... Say, in-cab signaling, tell us what the next signal may be. Oh, red, tap 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 tap. Station, that's a miss. Actually, no. It was almost a miss, but we didn't pass through a signal, so I can just reverse back a little bit. We won't finish this session anyway in this stream, so I might as well make sure I get the station correctly. There we go. Yikes. Is it a miss or a miss? Is a missus or a miss? Right, I see. Actually, no. I was already in the backwards gear. That's right. Yes. I like how the pantograph suddenly shifts when you start going the other way. Yeah, these ones really do have quite long braking distances. I need to be wary of that. That should be good. Open doors. They didn't open even though they're on the green on the map at the bottom. But these ones did. That's fine. All aboard. Thank you for joining me on this lovely rail trip. You as well. Oh, there's a train coming. North Philadelphia stop complete. Next stop Trenton. Then on to Princetown, Newark and New York. Right, so let's get to it. Oh, right, oh, right, also the rivets. They're floating a bit. You can see the rivets are floating. It's okay. Guess I'd better fly back to my locomotive then. Although it does look nice. Toaster! Approaches the station. Yes. Right, so the flashing green means speed goes down to 60, if that is correct. Let's do a flyby. Should have really looked at the signal, but that's probably fine. Oh, wait, oh, I thought the door was open in the back, but it's not, it's fine. Oh, we're going down to 50, there's probably no point in accelerating at the moment. Oh, now I get the title! Yes! You missed these, though. Yeah, and I was a bit rushed, I didn't really have the time to get them. Oh, that's interesting. The other side, looking out the window, is at the rear of the locomotive. You can see this in the front, this in the rear. And we've got it clear, but the speed is going down to 50 in a little while, which is fine. Alright then, yes, good. Look, they used old rails for the railing. Look, the T-shape. Old rails for the railing, get it? Yeah, I'll get back to my train. I noticed those rails too. Good. Why do you think they're called railings? I honestly have some idea. See, they also used quite a lot of super elevation in that curve. See, Slovak? River. Also, there seems to be a hole in the hood of the locomotive. Cab view zoomed in. Where? Not sure what you mean. Toaster? You mean the window? If so, then yes, there is actually glass there, so it's not a hole. Up there. Up here? I honestly don't know what you mean. On the side of the loco. Hood. Do you mean this little bit here? That's where the pantograph is up here. You can see that is this little bit where you can look through right there. See? This is the pantograph. Hold on. There we go. See, this is the pantograph. It's going up here. You're supposed to look through here. Yes. Oh, right. Yeah. That makes sense. It does, kind of. Let's see what the next signals are displaying. And we're on the 3rd track, so it's green. Oh, goods train. I did see it before. Oh, we are speeding up and down the line. Oh, toaster. Time for another, you guessed it, flyby. Oh, there was a toaster there. The Acela, when we check the in-cab signaling, I think only displays the aspect that you've passed, not the next aspect. It just repeats the previous aspect, basically. As far as I know. Yes. I wonder where the actual horn is located on this locomotive. Oh, this thing, the little cord. Oh, or do you mean the actual horn, not the cord? Yes, that's how the in-cab works, yes. Imagine the Acela in PRR green, Tuscan red. Yes, that's nice. The Acela, I actually do have the Acela train for Train Simulator, and it's quite a fun train to drive. It actually also has cruise control. I got it on a sale once. It was only a couple pence, I think. Aha! Look out ahead! Oh, I've got an advanced approach. That's slightly worrying. And we're dropping down to 90. Should be good. It's a signal repeater, yes. Oh right, true. Shadice, I meant the actual one. Look out ahead, there be a toaster. Well, let's see. Maybe it's on the side down here. I know they sometimes like to put the horns down there on the side. Because I don't see an obvious horn on the roof. Oh no, I do. I do. Look, there. You can see it right there in the back. There's one there. And there is one on the other side as well. It's right there, basically. Acela with a sail? Wow, wow, what did they do to its electric motors? They hooked them up to big fans to provide wind for the sails. It worked surprisingly well. You're probably right, Shadice. Oh, yes, I see it. Great. We've still got clear. So by the next speedboat we can accelerate back up to 100. Oh. Oh, there are... Oh, right! I forgot. There's one other view, which is right over here. So, if you want to pretend like you're a tiny... Well, not tiny, but if you want to pretend you're a child who's somehow taken off with a GG1, you can do. You can't just really see overhead. So then you can pretend like you're standing up on the seat, and then you can look down, but then if it gets a bit too wobbly, then you can sit back down on the chair. Although this way you can't turn left enough to actually see, well, you can kind of see the brake pressure, but it's a bit annoying. Oh, thanks. Nice, thanks. Oh, that's amazing. It's quite nice. Also, could someone please check if we've got any lurkers in chat? Ah, I can see. Look, there's a toaster up ahead. We need to catch up. We need to catch up. I'm gaining on you. I know I'm speeding a little bit, but this is a standard scenario, so I won't speed too much, but I won't necessarily slam on the brakes if I'm 1 mile per hour over the speed limit. We've got a Lurksex, not the kind of lurker I was looking for, and Slovak. He's more like it, but not exactly. Haha! Look down there. I see. I said Lurkser. Oh, Lurkser. Oh, I see. But yeah. Good. I like how the cab is illuminated by the lights of the toaster back there. Oh, and is that a GG1 I can see in the distance? Yes, it is. Oh, and another toaster. Very fancy. Oh, and speeding again. You know, when you're learning how to drive a train, they should really warn you against looking at toasters too much while you're driving. That can be a real hazard. I've heard GG1s and toasters make for an excellent bread mix. Well, I suppose they might. By the way, did you know that GG1s actually had boilers on them? Yeah, they did. It was to provide steam for the heating of the coaches, which were still equipped to be run with steam locomotives. So yes, they do have boilers on them, not toasters. Although maybe in the dining car. The metal is a bit crunchy though. Yeah, that is a bit of a downside. I did. Where were they? I don't know, somewhere in there, probably. Next signal. Green. Or rather, clear. We are moving quite fast, aren't we? But Mallard went 26 miles per hour faster. Well, actually, 27, because we're not going 100. Imagine a steam locomotive that's actually traveling 26 miles per hour faster than this. Oh, I hear a toaster. Well, two actually. This calls for the outside camera. Oh, this one is a double header. Interesting. And we've got a clear. That's clearly a good sign. 5 people watching. Hello, 5 people. Welcome. Does the side window open up? No. Sadly, it doesn't. But you can put the blind down if you want. At least somewhat. Actually, That's a nice view. I wish that the cinematic camera would give you actual side cameras more often, like this. I know it's trying to put the camera somewhere where it's not going to be inside of another object, but still, it would be really good if they could improve that somehow. Right. About, what's that, 6 miles to Trenton. Alright, would it be nice if GG1s could still run today? Yes, it would. It would be nice. But the electrics are different. They wouldn't run. They would have to be completely overhauled. And then it's basically just a different locomotive in the same shell, which... if we do have some original locomotives in the museum, then sure, I would be for converting some of them, maybe 1 or 2, depending on how many we have that are still original. But yeah, it's probably a very expensive thing. Yeah, I'd like that. Hey, you could start the GG1 conversion fund. Have it be crowdfunded. Maybe there's already such a thing. The GG1 Conversion Foundation. Yes, founded in the best of principles. Hey, you could apply for charity status. That might give you some tax relaxation. Speed limit's going down to 80 soon. There's a toaster. Oh, and we've got a flashing thing, which may, if it means the same thing that it did before, it means the speed limit is going to go down to 60 at the next signal, or this one? Next one. Right. If it does indeed mean the same thing. Donate now, ride on an actual GG1 later. How much later? Eventually later. LMAO, that bridge was missing. Oh, what bridge? Don't see any bridge here at the moment. Or do you mean... what bridge do you mean? Was it? I don't know what bridge you meant. If there was one, then I've missed it. The road bridge you just passed. Okay, hold on. I want to see this. I know it's not the best view. Oh, this one, you mean? Oh yeah, it is missing. Yeah, we had this issue with a station earlier, or the underside of a station earlier. But thanks, I did completely miss that. Oh, actually, if the signal was correct, then we need to slow down to 60 by the time we reach that signal over there. Which we're probably not gonna do. And no, it doesn't mean that. That's strange. Also, you do sometimes need to apply and release the brakes again for it to work. It was literally only road. Didn't see it. Whoa! Wow! That looks so strange. Yeah, it does. It does. There's Trenton Track 1 there. Paper Thin Bridge, built 1964. True. Interesting river. You know, they've actually put quite a lot of work into this route, but most of the time it's the tracks are just lined with trees to the left and right, so you have to fly up to really appreciate how much work they put into this route. Like, for example, here you're in the middle of a town, but if you're just like this, you look outside and you can see trees. Yeah? Right. Now, what is the signal? Still flashing green. What does that mean? Flashing green. Flashing green on the top head of a signal. Because the top head means track speed. Maybe it means a speed reduction is coming up. Which, I mean, to be fair, there is. And yeah, you do have to sometimes change the wiggle the brake up and down to get it to release. Approach clear? Maybe that doesn't make any sense. No idea. Top hat? I thought I said top head. Maybe I accidentally said top hat or top head. I don't know. Maybe I accidentally said it wrongly. Open doors. Trenton. We supply trains. Actually, I don't know if they do. Oh. Actually. Oh, right, he's coming this way. Maybe it sounded a bit like both. Imagine if a GX class 442 would overtake you here. Oh, that would be interesting. Next stop, Princeton. Then on to Newark and New York. See, I just had to change the brake again to get it to release. And a signal screen. Or maybe flashing green just means be prepared to stop because you're coming into a station. But this train does accelerate quite quickly. And just look at the speed going up. 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 50, 55, and so on. Oh, three-way meet, there we go. That was good. Oh, and we're speeding. That was not good. And on the sides, instead of Gatwick Express, it says JFK Express. With blue instead of red. No yellow on the front and rear. Yeah, it is admittedly quite strange, I thought. And the cab on the right side. No AWS! No AWS! But it would have in-cab signaling. It would have in-cab signaling. Which is interesting. Here's an interesting fact. I think, yeah, right. In America, at least in most states, I'm not sure if it's all of them, but you have to have in-cab signaling if you go 80 miles per hour or faster. Which is why most of the passenger track in America, the speed limit is 79 miles per hour, so that they can get away with just not having in-cab signaling in the locomotives and on the tracks. So, yes. That's on the floor, I see. Speed limit 79, yes. Oh, big red, speeding up and down the line, oh, big red. That's actually a song about a GG1, which was made for a documentary about the GG1 locomotives. It's very, very interesting, actually. However, it's only found in the documentary, where it's split into, I think, 4 different parts. I'm not sure if you can find it on YouTube anymore, but you definitely could find it on YouTube. Called it, yes. Nah, he's getting away. I mean, maybe I can catch up with him. Actually, this looks like a prime spot to do a spot of this. And speeding. Yeah, I'm not looking I'm not looking at the speed that much, mainly because this is a standard scenario, so there are no points, and we won't be able to finish it anyway. I've unsplit it into an actual song, but it isn't available like anywhere, like that anywhere. I don't think. I don't think either. Spot of train spotting. Yes, 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 yes. And the issue with uploading that is obviously that there's probably still copyright on it. So, yes. Even though you did make it into the song they specifically made for that documentary and put a lot of effort into, it's a great song you can't find anywhere. You can't even buy it as a standalone song, as far as I know. You would still violate copyright law, so yeah, better not. I think I think I need to drive a steam locomotive for the next time we do this. Either that or another electric. Like, for example, here, you look out the window, you can just see green, just trees. But if you go outside, you can see a few more trees. But no, look, just look at that. Just look at this. You can see they've put houses here because you are actually in a city. You can see there are fields and hills, and you can see there is an actual landscape here. But from down here, you can't see any of it. You can't even see the fields that are literally right next door. UP 844 on Sacramento, San Francisco. Unfortunately, I don't have the 53. I don't have it. It's such a good locomotive. It's so detailed, so realistic. It's in real life as well. That was actually the UP number 844 was actually the last steam locomotive ever purchased by the Union Pacific. And I say purchased, even though they did actually build it in conjunction with another company. Yeah, the last one they ever purchased. It has some neat tricks in it. Like, for example, it has a preheater for the water. So it preheats the water, the cold water from the tender, to I think about 300 degrees Celsius. And then, so it's beyond the boiling point. And then they have a steam, they have a pump that then forces that preheated water into the boiler. So it's basically a one-way valve so that the boiler pressure doesn't escape. Like, that's a neat thing that it does. Also, the boiler was cast as one piece. It wasn't welded or riveted together like most of the other steam locomotives. It was actually cast in one piece. Which, yeah, it's a really, really interesting locomotive. One of the latest ones. It was actually built in 1944. I don't think there's a relation to the number, though. Yes. Next door. But yeah, it's a pity. It's so detailed, so realistic in real life as well. Yes. I mean, I'm not wrong there. Lowest it ever goes is $8.99, I think. I think something like that. But yeah, but just for one locomotive, that is just so expensive. So expensive. Especially if I could get an entire route for that price. Yeah. So there has been an unexpected change of schedule, which is that this service terminates at Princeton. If you want to go on to New York, then you have to get a different train. Oh, but that just looks so pretty, doesn't it? Just the GG1 there. I think I'll probably use this as a thumbnail. Something like this. Yeah, that's really nice. So once the little bar finishes, I can... I'll save and then I'll change the stream. Because that is the end of the first stream of tonight. There is part 2, which will be very exciting. I don't think you're right about that we're going on to New York. Because... well, for one thing, I want to show you that this is ventilation on the side here, which is very interesting. But then, I'll quit. It's 8:39 now. Just checked. Oh, is that the Black Friday deal? Yes, ends December 1st. Also features 3 Sherman Hill scenarios. Yeah, it does, I know. It's such a good locomotive, but again, over £8, one locomotive. Don't think so. Unfortunately. I mean, I'm sure that it's worth the money to the person who made it and put a lot of time into it, but for me, I can't spend that money on that at the moment. So, thank you very much for watching. If you want to hear the shoutouts, they are at the end of the next stream, which is going to happen right after this one. So if you want to listen to those, stick around, you'll get to them. That's always something you want to lure people with, to watch the next thing, the shoutouts, yes. Anyway, yes, I'll quickly stop the stream, and then we'll get going shortly. Thanks for the stream. Yes. Bye, until a few minutes.